Hello everyone. So we will move forward from where we left off. We have used JSON data here to store and load and get view add. Now let's try something new. Let's try to use some database. So I will be doing, let's say, create a new file main dot or maybe main db.py. In this one I will be using Postgres database. This is the pgAdmin and I have created a project database here. To create a database you just need to do this and create a database. You just need to write your database name and then save, and the database will be created. As you can see, this is the database, and in schemas in public we have table, and I don't have any table, so I will create it. To write a query we have a query tool. So what I want is I want to use database in place of my JSON file. So I will just let me copy paste this one. I need all these things. I will be adding this data to database, and I will be using database connections. I don't need these two anymore because I won't be using them. I don't need path, no need to create folder, no need for this one as well. I need import ps y cogpy pg2. This is the library. I have already installed it. If you have not, then you need to type this command and psycopg2 and then click enter, and it will be installed in your virtual environment. Here you can even also see libraries. You can see I have color logs which I will be using for logs, and you can see psycopy, which is my database connection library which I am here using. So let me clear this one out, zoom in a bit, and let's start with the code. So what I need to do is I need to make connection, and psy I need to do connect, and here I need to put my database details. I have this sample how to create a table. I will just put, you need to create a table, defect, varchar id, product id, defect type, location, all the same data which I had in my JSON. Same these data I will be storing this in database. So that's here. I will just run this and it will create a database. You can see query run successfully. You can see it's not visible here. I need to refresh, and then if I do click on this, you can see defects is created in our database. It's pgAdmin, or I can just keep it. Here you can see this pk is primary key and all the things you can see here. So let's make a connection. We need to provide some details. We need to provide who is the host. We have local host. You might be wondering where are your detail. So you just click on the database you have, and you click on general, and you click on you go to this one, the server, and on server you do properties. My name of the server is Akshay, and here you can see host, port. We need to provide here what port we are using, so it will make connection. I don't know it's in string or without string. Then we have user. User, it's Postgres. Then we have password, which is 1234, simple password. I believe it should be in the string. And and now I can just do print here. I need to put comma. It will, let's see if it's working. Let's run this code. Yeah, we have connection object, so it's working. We have a connection object. What else we need to do? Now we just use this connection to do our work. Connection dot, we will do auto commit, so whenever we insert anything it's committed instantly. That's why we do this. So we have defects in the old code. We don't need this save thing, we do not need this, do not need any of this. What we need is a connection dot cursor. We need to create a cursor to execute our SQL queries, and this is how we write our SQL. We do select like we are inserting, so I need to write command to insert into table name is defects, insert into defect, and then we need to pass these. What are we inserting? Insert into this and values, and we will do this are the string values 5. These are the 5 string values. We have 5, and there is time as well. For this datetime dot now, and then we have st rpf time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This shows the year, this shows the month, this shows the day, this is hour, this is minute, this is second. Let this 6:1 be time values, and here what we do, we put this, and we do this, we paste it here. These s string values will go in these places, so the data will be inserted successfully. If I just add print, or just let's add all 6 together. After our connection is done, we need to close the cursor is not good, let's say com. close. We need to close the connection instead of let's use con. Let's use con. So it will data will be inserted. Some kind of weird error, insert into defects. Let's see, something happened here, nothing happened. Some kind of database values. From what I can see, I did everything right. Relation defect does not exist. Insert into defect. Clear. Let's run this one again. We put the values, time, now, strf, times, location, we have 36 values, insert into, I think where is needed here. Okay, insert into defects. What is wrong with the query? Unified table. Relation of this is the name of the table. Insert into, let me just copy this stuff and paste it on chat GPT just like now. Insert into defects. Okay, that's what I did. Insert into defects values. This error is not in this code. It says there is already with the row this contain this, and there is already a row with we have let but in the database we don't have anything like this. What is the issue? What is the issue? Let me close and okay, some kind of problem is there. Let me just copy the chat GPT code. What is the problem with my code? Insert into defects. That's what I wrote. ID's time. Let me just location. I think location spelling is the problem. Location. That should solve this issue. No, some other okay, created ad. That's what CREATED created ad. That was the problem, I guess. Let's run this again. This stuff keep coming up. Insert into defects and then severity location time. Let me just do it. We did connection, we did this, check what you are in. Writing, auto commit. Some kind of weird issue is happening. Let me change something in this data. If it's say 1, I'll do 11. What is the problem here? I do not understand. Let me run this one again. Okay, we have a defects table. Let's just, we made a connection. Let's just copy paste this thing. Is it just location time defect? What is the thing here? Let's run it. What is the problem that relation defect does not exist? It shouldn't come. What is the error? Undefined table, but I have the table. SQL DT table public. Not listed. Table hasn't created. But it is created in manufacture. The hell? It's in projects. Okay, let me just do one thing here. Execute. I will copy this. This is how you learn to code anyway. You need to, like, this is the things with databases, they don't get connected in just one go. You need to, if not exist, I will do, then I will con.0 close. Let's run this. Oh my god, so many errors. Just work. It is working. Let me refresh this one. It did say data inserted. Data added successfully. Defects in defects. Okay, I did not provide database. That's the issue. Projects. I did not provide the database. I did not provide the database where, so it wasn't looking anywhere. The database, I didn't provide database. My code was absolutely awesome. So where did it created this data? Such a mess of everything. Such a mess. Now I believe it will work. Let's run the code again and successfully added, run it here. Data is added because I didn't specify the, you need to specify the database also. Now you can see all the data is created, everything was good in my part back there. I just didn't provide. But let's say I run this query again. So you can see if I try to run it again, this will throw an error, unique duplication, because I am trying to add again this primary key to the database, and it shouldn't happen. Like it should say like this key already exists, so I want my function to return from there. I don't want it to move further. For that we do con dot execute. We will be writing a query which says select defect ID from defect, where defect ID is S. Defect ID defect ID this, and if con dot fetch we will return de defect ID already exists. Defect ID already exists. So if I run the code, it should return from here that defect ID already exists. From defects. Select from the event where defect ID line. What's with these errors? What's up with these errors? If I just do this, okay, from we can also do write queries here, and then you can see this it should return. I did this. Okay, I can just copy. Okay, from fr and from fetch if id exists, it will it if id exists, then we show id already exists, otherwise it will run smoothly. These are called wrangler operators. So this exist and so that's all for insert. Let's add to show you if it doesn't exist, then it will add the data, just to make sure it's working. 7 and 7 and make it medium. So on 7th one it should add. Okay, but just add 7 here. Now we are good to go. 7 added successfully. Here you can see 6. If I run this one, the function is working correctly. Our data is adding successfully. That's all for the add function. Now we have get function. How to get the data, same as, just need to copy this one. Like you need to close the connection, close. One thing you all might be wondering, like why we are creating connection in every function, because in the real project the request come from APIs, and after returning the response I want my APIs, like the function won't go. You might be thinking, let's just create con here and call, let me show you. Let's just create con dot over con variable here, and after running all the function close the con. That is not like happen on the real world, because our whenever the APIs are called, it fetches the data and we need to close the connection. Let's say it's an API, the data will come from API, we open the database and then fetch a needed detail and then we close the database. And this is the secure way. We don't want our database to be open all the time. So that's why in function in this like function, we opening and closing the database, not like creating one open connection here and after running all this get and we are closing here. That's not happen on the real world. So that's the example for that one. And here we just need to get that ID. We create a connection, we search for data, we fetch the column. It only fetches the first row. If you want to fetch multiple, then we have other. If it finds, if the data is found, then that data will go to ID, otherwise ID will be none. If the data is gone there, then we will return the defect. We will return the defect, otherwise otherwise we will return defect. Otherwise we will return defect ID does not exists, and check get for this one and this one. We run the function, we have id this, so it return the data from the first one. And here you can see date time object. We have like 20, 26, 6, and if you can see it in the add, I am passing string strf convert this into string, but at my database it is like timestamp, so its string will be converted to object, and I am fetching from the database, so it coming out as a object of datetime class. That's one thing, and it's good. Like I can fetch year and separately month, date, hour, minute, second, and it's a good way to store your data. So next one we have summary. We need to, like, the things are same, just create a connection first, create a connection and then fetch. Here I need to fetch the severity, how many severity are there, and I need to count like we have different severity medium, so I want to count how many highs are there. You can see 2, how many mediums, 3, lows 2. So we use group by. I can also write commands here, select severity, and I just need to count star from defects. How will be group by? I will group by severity, and if I run this code, we can see the values are like this. And I have already told you I won't be needing this one. I have already told you diff summary. I can just use summary. It will be returning the defects. So I will be returning the con dot what was fetch. If I do fetch, it will only fetch first row, which you can see here is medium 3. I can show you print defect it's showing none. Now it will, here you can see medium 3, it showing the first and first row, but if I do fetch all, it will show all the rows. Let me run it and you can see all the rows. And so what was the code? Yeah, this was the code. Fetch all severity, this defect, defect, don't defect summary, defect, in defect severity. I don't need to do this anymore. Addition if defect, we have defects if. Okay, in summary if summary dot these are the values in summary. How do I change it in summary? I need to create a for loop on defects. It will return the defect. Okay, defect, def severity. Okay, in this defect I will have this, and I will take the first tuple, and if the first tuple 0 is present in summary, then I will update in summary that 0 by defect 1 value. Lot of logic went there. And if I run this now, I have successfully have my data in my this one, from this to this. Simple. So that was all about database connection, and we have successfully implemented our project with database connections and with JSON files, and both the function are same. I showed you how to do this in both ways. So that's all for today. Or let me just upload it to my GitHub. I will be uploading main DB with DB connections. I have uploaded main.db file. It was pretty simple, nothing like small errors with database related things. Everything went smooth. In the next one I will be adding loggers, like in real application we have log files, and on terminals we don't use these print things, we use logger dot warnings and logger dot info. So I will be implementing those one. Thank you.